All right, we're going to get this thing on. I'm going to explain the rules. Because there are rules to everything. So let's go with the rules. Okay, here's how this is going to go down. You have 30 seconds to pitch any idea. And there's no such thing, I have to be very clear in this room, as a bad idea. There is no such thing as a bad idea. This is also a very warm room, okay? I want you to know that, all right? But you got to pitch quickly. We're really going to keep the 30 seconds on so we can move on. We're going to pick the top 10 that have the best potential for social engagement. So they have to meet our audience criteria and be accomplished in 2 days. 48 people, 48 hours. Right now, we're streaming live on Ustream.tv/IdeaJam. Viewers will be using the hashtag IdeaJam to help us narrow these down to 6 ideas, as Ashton said. So whoever presented those 6 ideas will be named team leaders. At 6 o'clock, our 48-hour countdown begins. The team leaders, you'll be tasked with building your team. So remember, all the projects are due at 6 p.m. on Sunday, and there are absolutely no exceptions. Each team will present and screen their project to our elite panel of judges. Be sure to creatively present how social will play a role and how this is going to be the genesis of the next big idea. Please understand that.
So here's the thing, but I just want to sort of add to that a little bit. We're not expecting if there's some technical interaction of photo implementation or sound implementation or some mashup tool. We're not expecting that to be created. We just want the thought of it to be inside of the idea somewhere. And so it could be as simple as a sketch, but we want it to be able to be something that can be serialized. But you don't have to, we're not assuming that we're going to have completion of that gadget itself or that that level of coding itself. But we do want the whole video ideas by the end of this.
The winning team will be awarded $20,000 worth of production and social media support with the potential to partner with us, Catalyst, on your web series. So remember, fresh, engaging storytelling is what counts. All right? Is everybody clear? All right, guys, let's start pitching. Let's do this. Thank you guys for coming. How do you want to do it from there?
5. That's in like 5 minutes.
Son, your food is out there.
Sure.
Your food is out there.
If we let me ask a quick question, Anthony. Yeah. Right. Hey, if we start because Wally's going to come, and I would like to give Wally a little opportunity to talk about.
It's only 4.
Oh, it's only 4?
We got time.
Oh, sweet, cool. We have time. All right.
You have time.
I thought I talked for 2 hours.
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah.
You got a mic?
Yeah. So one of the things that we'd like to do. So the prize at the end of this. It's fine. I think it's okay. The prize at the end of this. The notion of that prize is we're going to give that prize to the whole group, right? And so, and what we'd love to have happen with that is that obviously the group will split up as they see fit or necessary, but we'd like that money to go towards evolving that idea. So if there's a level of code that needs to happen for it to be interactive, we'd love for you to put it towards that. If you, I mean, I don't think you have to. I don't think there's any I don't want to speak out of turn about what the rules around that are.
You don't have to put the code.
But I mean, but the notion is that we're creating pieces of content that have a long tail. So one of the biggest pitfalls of creating online video is like somebody creates this like killer, unbelievable viral video, and then have you ever seen the second version of that? How like all of a sudden an advertiser is like super stoked. They're like, oh my God, I want to do Guy with a Ninja Sword 2. And then like some kid tries to create Guy with the Ninja Sword 2 and it's never as good as Guy with the Ninja Sword 1 that was like awesome, or like Angry RV Salesman 2 never quite lives up to Angry RV Salesman 1. So what we want to do is try to inspire and create ideas that can have a serialized life, that can be multi-episodic. And it doesn't have to be the whole thing is multi-episodic, but the format could be multi-episodic. There could be an element or a thread that's multi-episodic. There could be an innovation that's multi-episodic. I mean, one of the things I was thinking about, this is a really weird idea, but I was thinking about on the way in here was, what if I created a video that told one story when it played inside of a Flash player, and then told another story somehow when it played inside of a QuickTime player? It might be really weird, but there could be something that you could do to it when you transfer the file to another kind of player that could actually change the entire story that you tell. There are those kind of ideas that could be a mechanism that carries on and makes your idea an idea that can be serialized. So I don't want to box in the content and say that it has to be, like Friends, where you have 30 episodes of a narrative, right? But I do want to think about things that we can replicate that aren't just like sort of one-off America's Funniest Home Videos. So, does that answer?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Any other questions?
Questions? Yeah.
Yeah, so we shouldn't be afraid to pitch ideas that involve something we don't necessarily personally have the technical expertise to.
Yeah, don't be afraid of that. Like, listen, we realize that people here are generally from the video creation world, right? So we're not expecting you to be able to like write some source code that's going to be able to.
But you may have someone that's
But you
going to
may
be
know
part of your
somebody that
team that will be able to help you.
So-
That's the whole idea.
I just don't want to. I don't want to like box a thought in and say like I need to create a video unit, right? I want to. We have this thing that can interact with it, so let's try to use it.
Charge of the clock, so Bear's gonna be on that side doing the third.
Other talent is in the room, because right now I don't know if somebody else may be able to help me with something that I'm coming up right at.
But here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. Come up with the idea. Right now, what we want to do is we want to pitch out ideas, right? And by the way, don't be afraid of a camera, because if at the end of this thing, like there's something like you're not really comfortable with, or something like that, just let us know. Like because I really want to like brainstorm big. I want to dream big on these things. Go as big as you can think, and then we'll figure out what we can do and what we can't do. Yeah. What?
What's the pitching order?
What?
What's the pitching order?
Shut up, Nick. What?
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Good to see you, Nick. Hi.
I like your hair long.
I like your beard shorter.
What's the pitching order?
It's
The
random.
numbers we got, and we...
You
Yeah,
got the
is there an
mic,
order?
you'll start, and then we'll be passing. So you asked for
Yeah.
it, you got it. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you
so
are.
yeah, it's just kind of a go thing. Are we going to be putting it up on the board here?
Who's controlling the clock?
Somebody put it up on the board? Okay. Are we? Okay. So try to get it in the 30.
What do you do? You want me to press?
I
You
really,
can do it.
honestly, the truth is, I'm only going to cut you off. You're like
When it
rambling
stops
on.
at 0, it keeps going at 23 hours. It won't just stop.
30 seconds is what? All right, here's the thing, right? If you have a problem with 30 seconds, I was just in the Valley. I was in Silicon Valley like 3 weeks ago, and there are these companies at this startup thing called Y Combinator, and these guys had 30 seconds to pitch their company, like what their whole company is, to investors, right? So we want the genesis of the idea. We're going to have time to like flesh it out, and we're going to have time to rip it apart, tear it up, put it back together. We just want the genesis of the ideas, and then we're going to like crank from there.
You tell us when you're ready with the clock.
I'm really going first.
Yeah, you asked for it. You got it, Nikki.
Yeah, so the whole process around idea generation, right? Right now we want to hear everything, right? We're hoping it's a whole idea, and we're hoping you got a little bit more of them behind the 36, but it doesn't have to be. We're gonna hear everything, and then what we're gonna do is I want to sort of put it back in you guys' court, and I want to say, all right, of those ideas that we've just heard as we pass the mic around, is there anything that really pops for somebody? And we'll try to get those ideas together. And then Jason and I will sort of step out and really look at it. And what I want to do is I want to go to Ustream and I want to ask those people what they think and which ideas they think. And maybe there's somebody out there that could jump in and help out on somebody. Because by the way, there's 40, 50 people in this room. There's thousands of people out there that can help us on these projects. don't feel like your crew isn't all here. Half of your crew might be some guy you don't even know that's sitting on his laptop watching this thing live right now. So be aware of that, and that's what I'm saying. Dream bigger, go bigger. Everybody's out there, and we can use it all. We ready? We're up. Are there, wait, really quick. Any other questions just before we start pitching on ideas? Yeah.
We just pitch from our chairs here.
Yeah, just stand up.
Real casual.
You know, don't say your name, by the way, because I don't know some of you guys, and it'd be great to put names, faces. Nick, knock it out.
Okay, I'm Nick. My idea is, I hope everyone knows this website. It's called Text from Last Night. Everyone knows this website?
Yeah, sure.
For me, part of the conversation you were talking about with this website is trying to figure out the context of these text messages. I think it'd be really, really hilarious to provide context for these text messages. So we'll have an audience that selects, we'll put it up to an audience, they'll select the text that they're most interested in finding out about the context.
Time. Thank you, Nick.
And we'll flesh that out.
And then we'll make a short film surrounding
Got
it,
it.
button obviously being the text
Cool.
from last night.
Cool. That's on. Who's writing this down really quick?
Lisa's writing it down.
Okay, great.
She may ask us to pause. She can.
Yeah, I'm not here in Hammer, so I can't hear what that idea
May
is,
make
and I'll
sense
be
to
putting
just
it
make a
on.
title on everything.
You're not hearing what?
We weren't picking up the hand mics.
Couldn't hear the audio. So just
Oh.
make that mix so I can.
Kelly.
Okay, cool.
Why don't they hear the hand mics on the way?
Yeah, it's easiest just to like throw that in a title. If it's text from last night, then it's video expansion on text from last night or Facebook status. Got it.